Welcome to my channel. Today we will read from a subreddit. Am I the butthole? My HOA fined me for hunting, so I bought the land they use for hiking and closed it permanently. My uncle lives in an HOA community. Apparently there are a lot of rules about what you can and cannot do in the common areas of the development. You can have a barbecue or play horseshoes or whatever. But a couple months ago my uncle went out on his own property, which backs up to a large wooded area, and shot a deer that was eating his vegetable garden. He followed all the state and local regulations for hunting and got the deer just fine. The next day he got a letter from the HOA saying that he violated their rules against discharging firearms. They were fining him $250. He was miffed, but paid the fine. But then he started looking into it and found out that the HOA regularly organizes hikes on this very same piece of land. They even had one scheduled for the next day. As it turns out, the land in question was not part of the HOA common area. It was a privately owned wooded area that the HOA had a verbal agreement with the owner to use as a hiking trail. My uncle, being a smart man, called the owner and asked him what it would take to buy the land. Long story short, my uncle and the landowner came to an agreement, and my uncle paid the man in full for the property. At this point, my uncle could have just sat back and watched the HOA scramble to figure out where their next hike would be. But being the type of guy he is, he went to the local hardware store, bought some lumber, and posted a big honking sign that said no trespassing on the old hiking trail. He then repeated this process until every single entrance to the property was blocked off. The HOA had their monthly meeting that night, and they were pretty upset at the loss of their hiking land. Some people were even angry at my uncle for taking such drastic measures. But my uncle just smiled and said all I did was buy some land that was for sale. If they didn't want it, fine. It's not like it's against the law to post no trespassing signs on my property. Am I the butthole? Op, you just got served. Well, Op, I think that was perfectly reasonable. Your uncle has every right to block access to his property. And honestly, I do. And see how the HOA thinks they have the right to tell people where they can and hike. There are plenty of places around where I live that people hike on a regular basis, and nobody owns those trails. They just kind of belong to everybody. This happened because some Karen probably complained about my uncle hunting on his own property, and the HOA took it upon themselves to make a new rule. And when he broke their stupid rule, they decided to fine him. But ultimately, it worked out in everyone's favor, because now there is a big honking sign that says, trespassing on the HOA's hiking trail. This story went viral because it's the perfect mix of justice, wit, and irony. If you enjoy stories like this, stay tuned for more.